Hey there, welcome back to the vlog. As you may have noticed over the past couple of days, I haven't been posting anything. There was a couple of days where basically my voice just, it wasn't 100%, my throat kept hurting, I was battling a cold, and having put out 2 videos where effectively I was sort of substandard, I just had to take a break. I just had to stop for a minute and go, look, get yourself back on top and try again. I've taken a couple of days off, as you can see, and I sound a lot better now as a result. So basically I'm back. While I was taking a break, I was going through the comments a lot more thoroughly than what I normally do, given the sheer number that comes in off of that one electricity video. I noticed there was a lot of people taking pot shots and criticisms at me. Now, my subscribers I've always found to be a really great bunch. I love every one of you, but there are a lot of people, the majority, who aren't subscribers but still look at the videos. Some of the things that I was noticing were people were saying, oh well, this video is ripped off of here and that video is ripped off of here, and basically accusing me of plagiarism. And what I think a lot of people don't realise is when you've got finite subject matters, let's say for instance the British plug, there's only so much you can say about it, and depending on what order you say it, you're either going to sound like one person or another person or another person, because there are a lot of different creators putting out similar content sometimes on these same subjects. So yeah, I got a little bit irked about this. I know I shouldn't, but it did irk me, and so yes, this is my irked face. The other thing that I noticed people were bugging me about was the terminology. Now, as you've probably guessed by my accent, I did not grow up in North America, and so there are certain words that people were going like, no, you're using the wrong word. For instance, I use the word earth when I'm talking about earth. You've got live, neutral and earth on a plug, and everybody's like, no, it's ground. Well, yes, it may be ground where you're from, but where I'm from, where I grew up and where the plug is that I'm talking about, it's called earth. And so, yeah, like that's the terminology. I mean, it's official terminology. And this is something that comes up quite often in our house because, as you can probably guess, I'm the only person from England that is in my house. Everybody else is Canadian. So I speak one version of English and everybody else in the house speaks different versions of English, whether it be fully Canadian English or, if it's in the case of the kids, hybrid. A good example of this would be the kids. My kids understand the difference between something being pants, or being pants. And it's one of those things, it's a cultural thing, and it depends on what it is that you've grown up with. I mean, there are certain phrases in our house that we use that I grew up with that other people on the street wouldn't have a clue about. Like, for instance, we have if it's quite often for dinner. These are cackleberries. Saffron is always called suffering, so saffron buns are always suffering buns. There's just a lot of these little things that we say in our house. And then there's the things outside the house. Depending on if it's mummy or daddy talking, then this is either a sidewalk or a pavement. And so the end result of this is, in our house at least, we're very tolerant of the fact that everybody else has grown up with a different upbringing and has different culture, different language and everything else. Even though it's the same language and everybody thinks it's the same, it's not. Like, we are speaking slightly different languages here. So going back to my point, I was looking through the community comments and there were certain things that were just getting on my nerves. And for a little bit, probably about 2 days, it was bringing me down a little bit. And after a couple of days, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to dig in my heels here and ignore it. I know that I shouldn't ignore it, because if you ignore it, that's when complacency sets in, and that's when other things happen. Like, if you're not aware of what other people are saying, then you've lost touch. Like, you have to be aware of what people are saying. But in this case, I was like, every time I see somebody either telling me that I've ripped off somebody else's content or that I'm using the wrong terminology, for that video at least, I'm just going to ignore it. So I'm back on the vlog now, hoping to get back to the normal schedule. I just took a little bit longer to get my throat and everything else sorted out. It just felt like one of those colds that just was not going to get fully started and also was not going to go away. So I just had to take a break and get rid of it. So yes, I'm back, and yep, I will speak to you guys soon. If you like videos, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.